So for people that have trouble kind of firing their glutes in squat and deadlift patterns, they can't really get them to do what you're asking them to, use your glutes, nothing happens. What we want to do is teach them how to use them in kind of more simple patterns with some drills, get them turned on, get those muscles fired up and ready to use. So when you ask them to use them in these more complex movement patterns, they're ready to go. So what we want to do, start off with a series of drills to get the right muscles moving. We can start with 90 degrees, just a sideline clam. And we're using kind of that outer edge, glute medius, to open up the hips, just get it firing. We want to do that on both sides. Then we go into, thanks to Brett Contreras, the frog pump. Bring the heels in pretty close. Squeeze through and just extend those hips, getting a good squeeze at the top. Every time we have to make sure we're squeezing as hard as we can. That's a skill that we got to learn. Okay? From there, just go into your normal glute bridge. Strong heel contact, push through to the top, full extension every time. That's a key part of it. You can't just go halfway and think this is going to work. Full extension. After the glute bridge, we go into the march, which is where each individual leg has to support by itself that lift. We actually like to have the feet a little wide on that one. If you bring them into the center, it's a little easier. We want it to be a challenge to not sink to the side as you bring up that opposite side. So if we see the right leg can push through and hold, and then we go to the left and it dips and stops, we know we need to work some single leg work on that side to bring up the strength, get it firing as well. From there, we like to use that pattern in a full movement with a kettlebell swing. So let's get a nice, safe, solid swing pattern where we are forcefully extending through those hips, extending those glutes and squeezing them. So then when I move into my squats, I use that same concept of hips. When I go into my deadlifts, I'm pulling through those hips and finishing with the glutes rather than just being so quad dominant all the time.